right into it. So a lot of you, a lot of you have been asking me, where have I been? Well, guys, listen up. I'm Black, so you should know where I've been. Crying and protesting. But you know, now that them COVID cases is on the rise, I'm back at home. But yeah, I just had to take some time off. You all know that the pandemic has been a lot for me to take in. It's been a lot for everybody. I'm not taking that away from anybody, I'm not taking that away from anybody. I just had a lot of things planned for 2020, and just to see so many opportunities go away so quickly takes a toll on you. And then to not only deal with that, but then to deal with the civil freaking war. Like, I'm not prepared for this. I don't know how to live through a pandemic. I'm figuring it out, and I don't know how to live through a civil war. I've read about it, but like actually doing it, it's a lot. It's a lot to take in. So yeah, I just did not want to come on here being so broken and emotional, and not that I don't, you know, want to share what's going on with me with you guys, but I just didn't feel like I was in the best place to host, basically. You know what I mean? Like, when I do this show, I'm bringing you guys into my home, essentially, and I just didn't think that I would be a good host for some time. I have had a couple of successful days, like consecutively. Like, normally I've been up and down within a day. So far, I've been up. I've had some downs, but I've been just able to, you know, manage. You know what I mean? And I just did not want to, I couldn't do it. I just couldn't do it. I couldn't get up here and be funny when my world was burning down around me, and still is. But I've become numb to a lot of things, you know, honestly. So, you know, and I really did miss you guys, and I realized how important you are to me and I am to you. And I felt like, since I was in a better place, that it was time to get back to as much normalcy as we can. I thank you all for checking in on me. I thank you for your continued support, even when I'm not posting anything on this channel, and I have missed you guys a lot. And I'm glad to get back. So this review will just basically be talking about my final thoughts on all of the reunions and the continued reunions from this last season of 90 Day Fiancé. They keep on doing stuff with this cast. I guess since this cast was very successful for them, they don't want to, you know, abandon this cast. But it's like, okay, enough. How many 90 days shows are we going to get from this cast by way of Zoom? Like, it's enough. It's enough. So let's get into it again. But wait, before we finally get into it, I just want to say thank you to all of you who have supported me on Twitter, on Instagram, throughout my DMs, and especially my PayPal. You guys don't have to do that. You guys don't have to Cash App or PayPal me anything, but you do. And to those of you who do, I truly appreciate it. I specifically want to thank Rebecca H, Alexandra H, Mawahib S. Mawahib? Mawahib. My colonized tongue want to say Mawahib, but you know, the sister in me want to be like Mawahib. I don't know. I'm probably wrong. Mawahib S, Asha Monroe, and Carol T. Girl, thank you, Carol. But I just wanted to shout out you guys specifically, because I just wasn't expecting that, and just to see that you guys are, you know, donating to NikkiStar TV and, you know, really helping your girl out. Because somebody was like, I know you're not working. I was like, oh, thank you. She's like, I know you're not working, so let me just help you all pay some bills. But, you know, it has been a blessing, a true blessing. And I'm so thankful. I will show you guys soon what your donations to NikkiStar TV has helped me do. Like, a lot of the stuff I wanted to do with the channel, I have pushed it so far off because I'm a contract worker. You know what I mean? Like, I work gig to gig. So every time I get paid, I buy a little something. It's just taking me a bit longer because my bills come first. And, you know, NikkiStar TV started out as like a fun hobby that has turned into something really great, but it requires a lot financially. So I've been having to, you know, pace myself in buying stuff for the channel to get quality content up to you quicker. But because a lot of you have been donating and helping out your girl, I have been able to get some things. So I want to say thank you for that. And I will be showing you all of what I was able to buy for NikkiStar TV in another review. But right now, you're here for 90 Day Fiancé. So let's officially get into it. So you're going to hear my air conditioner a lot throughout this review. It's hot. say. It's hot, so I turned it on. Anyway, let's talk about Big Ed. He's still awful. He's still awful. Like, he consistently got worse as the reunions went on, and I'm not surprised, just disappointed, because he started off so strong with all of us. He came off as really adorable and kind, and we just wanted the best for him. And can we also talk about his daughter? I didn't think that she needed to be on the show. First of all, you were on one episode for like 5 minutes. We don't really know you, and we weren't really able to get to know you. Ed talked about you a lot, but we saw you for like 5 minutes. So for her to have like all this time on the reunion was a little baffling to me. I maybe felt like they brought her on because they knew that Ed was not going to have a lot of people defend him because of how he presented himself on the show. And I get that she wanted to be there as well to defend her father, to maybe be like, you know, Rose is not as, you know, good as she comes off. But honey, your father gave the show what he presented. Like, this is what he did, and this is what he gave the show. They can edit it any way they want to, but I guarantee you, they did not put a pistol to his head and make him say to Rose on camera, your breath stinks. This is what you need to do to clean out your mouth because you smell gross, because you're a dirty brown woman from a third world country. Ed did that. That was Ed, not 90 Day Fiancé. And I honestly get that she wants to defend her father. Who wouldn't? But your dad is trash. You know what I mean? Like, I love my father. But when, like, he goes off on his little old school tangents on Facebook, I get my father together. I might not get him together the way that some people may want me to, but I tell my dad, first of all, this post is trash. I love you, Father. You have to delete this. Then I call him and let him know why he should delete that, why he is ignorant, and I give him stuff to read up on. Listen, our parents are from a different generation. They're going to mess up. They're going to say some stuff to embarrass us. That's just what parents do. Check them. Don't defend their foolishness. She was just defending very undefensible stuff from Ed. Now, she might can say, I don't feel like, you know, the father that I know was portrayed accurately on this show. But to try to come after Rose, ma'am, you have no ground. You have no ground. Oh, you're not innocent either. Really? That's what you have on Rose? Oh, you were talking to other people as well. That's all you have? But you're excusing your father's poor behavior? Only thing you have on Rose is that she talked to other people and that maybe she found love after your father dragged her through the mud for an entire season because he wanted to come on this show to be famous. He took advantage of that woman. He humiliated that woman because he wanted to become famous and become the next Joe Rogan. That's what your father did. I just couldn't believe. I was so bothered by that girl because I'm like, how can you watch that whole season and come out mad at Rose? And then Rose tells you that your father said, I was going to give you up to be with Rose. And she was still mad at Rose after that. I was just like, girl, how much of a trash human does your father have to be before you get it? She didn't deserve to be on that show. And she didn't deserve, not saying that she didn't deserve, she only deserves greatness. We're trying to be more positive over here because, listen, the world may be ending today and I want to get into heaven. But I just didn't think that she needed to have so much screen time. I didn't feel like she helped tell the story or give us any insight. I just felt like Ed's daughter was there to defend her father because nobody else was going to. Let's talk about baby girl Lisa. You know, I was watching this reunion, right? The whole time I was like, Lisa reminds me of somebody. And I remember like watching this season and my little sister was just like, Lisa reminds her of a tow truck company receptionist. Perfect, right? But as I was watching this reunion, I was just like, there's somebody else. Like, there's something very distinctive about Lisa. Like, when I watch her and when I hear her voice, it takes me someplace that's very familiar. And I'm like, how do, you know, I only had my car towed once, so I don't really know this tow truck receptionist personality, but I know York, PA. But it's something else, right? And I was thinking and thinking and thinking and thinking, and then it hit me. Baby girl Lisa is the spitting image, looks, personality, everything about this woman is Lisa. Baby girl Lisa reminds me of Juno, the afterlife caseworker in Beetlejuice. They are the same person. I was just like, I was watching and I was like, who is this woman? And then it hit me. Lisa is Juno. You know what Lisa they're not hiring a lot of white people right now, but I think, you know, when America goes back to being America, you need to look into voiceovers. You can do some really, you know, good voiceovers for, you know, tow truck receptionists, just rough women from the East Coast. I think you would do great at that. And even if Beetlejuice does, like, you know, a reboot of their cartoon, which was amazing back in the day, that was my show, okay? If they do a reboot of that show, you totally need to send in like some audio clips of you speaking, because I mean, they'd be a fool not to cast you as Juno, girl. You got that voice down. Lisa and Usman, seems like they're on good terms. They were laughing and joking, and he was calling her his wife and all of this stuff. Even when Lisa was going crazy, he was still defending her. I think that they are working it out for another season. I never really believed this couple. Even at their Nigerian wedding, I was just like, you know, maybe Lisa is into this more than Usman, but this still gives me scam. I think they have a lot of differences, but I think that despite their differences and issues that they have had as a couple, they much rather work it out for, you know, another season on the show and just to continue to be a part of the 90 Day Fiancé family, because it pays well, if not financially, in publicity. So I see them working this out for, you know, TV opportunities and nothing else. David and Lana, listen, when David proposed to Lana and she accepted, but she was like dead in the eyes, I knew right there that that woman thought about her entire life with this weird American man and this oversized Inspector Gadget coat. She thought, is this worth it? Do I want this to be my life? Obviously, yes, since she said yes to this man's proposal. But I don't think that Lana is actually going to marry David. I think she's going to continue to make excuses and milk him for all he's worth, because I don't think that she thinks that this is, aside from the TV show, that he's a good investment. I think she's holding out for something else, like some, you know, European politician or prince. You know, she wants good 1% wealth. That's what she wants. And David has none of that. None of it. But he does have a TV show. So I think that's what's going to keep her around and nothing else. Tom and Darcy. Tom was actually worse as well on this reunion. Like, he was terrible on the show, but I'm like, wow, how can you come back and be even worse than you were when you were on the show? Like, you watched the season and then still decided to be this person? I just couldn't believe it when he was talking about how when he was exposed for flirting with Avery and trying to date her, the way that he reveled in that after he realized there was no going back, like it was already out. And I think to save face, he was acting like it wasn't a big deal. But when he was reveling in it in front of Darcy and like making these comments about her, and even when she was commenting about it, he was just really excited that he was terrible to her. Like, he was reveling in the fact that he was awful to this woman and that he tormented her. And I'm like, I don't understand how a person could be so awful. Like, from watching the season, I don't know what she did to him to make him treat her this way. Like, there was nothing where I was just like, well, okay, I get it. He's hurt or he's upset because you did it, but she didn't. Like, Darcy didn't do anything. So for him to torment her the entire season and then to come on the reunion and torment her as well, I just don't get it. And I actually, you guys know, if you watch it from the beginning, I wanted this relationship to work. I thought that Tom was a really good guy. And then, you know, come to find out he's a huge scammer and he's an awful person. Awful, awful person. And I just feel bad for Darcy. I know she got some issues. We all do. But I was rooting for her. I was rooting for her this season as well. And I wanted her to win. I wanted her to win at love. And unfortunately, she just got somebody worse than Jesse. Poor thing. Poor thing. But her and her sister, like I said, they now have a reality TV show on TLC coming soon. It's Darcy and Tracy, right? What's this? Is the sister's name Tracy? Whoever. They have a, you know, show, Twin Sanity or whatever, that's coming out. And I don't know if I'll review it, but I will most certainly watch it because I like Darcy. I really, really do. Say what you want about this woman, but she built this show up on her back. Wasn't nobody checking for this show until Darcy let's be real, her and Jesse's fights went viral. And then everybody started checking in for TLC 90 Day Fiancé. Let's tell the truth and what? Shame the devil. So congrats, Darcy. May you continue to flourish without the men that tried to bring you down, girl. Stay winning. Stay winning. Also, shout out to Darcy, who was the only person dressed for the occasion. Everybody else showed up like they had just raided an Old Navy's clearance section. Like nobody really dressed for the occasion. I get that you were home, but this is a reunion for a show that you were paid to be on. You're going to be on TV. At least show up. Avery did have her face beat to the gods, but my girl Darcy was beat all the way down. Mother was in her living room dressed like Britney Spears from the 2000 VMAs, and I appreciate her for it. Darcy shows up to work. That's why she got a spit off. Well deserved, sis. Well deserved. And since we're here, Avery and Ash, y'all, I was shocked that Ash dumped Avery. Really? I was like, what? Avery was just like, oh, we broke up. And Ash was just like, yeah. I was like, oh, Avery dumped Ash. I expected it. And then to come to find out that Ash dumped Avery, I was like, wait, what? Ash, who needed Avery to get to the United States, dumped her for what? And then it hit me. I think that Ash was able to find a better opportunity. I think he found one of them desperate fans who, you know, love the show, love him, probably want to be on the show, probably fantasize about this dude, probably hit him up in his DM or hopped on one of his lives and was just like, I could treat you better. And also probably somebody who takes care of him, who comes from some kind of money or has their own sustainable wealth. And I think that Ash realized that that was a better situation for him to be with this person who would take care of him and not really question him like Avery. You know what I mean? Like, it's much better for him to be with a fan who fantasizes about this dude and is very desperate to be on this show than to be with this woman who challenges him and questions his scamming. So he found a better situation, was just like, I'm good, I don't need this, bye. Another thing that I was shocked about was how he allowed Tom to talk to Avery. I get it. You guys are broken up. It didn't work out. You had some issues. Fine. But this is a woman that you wanted to marry. This is a woman that you wanted to leave your country to live within the United States to help you raise your son. Like, she was going to be your son's stepmother. She was going to be your wife. And because you two are no longer together, it's okay for Tom to mistreat her, especially since you said that you guys broke up over what Tom sent you. And then to come to find out you were lying to her because you were frustrated about the relationship and you didn't like the fact that she was going out on a date. Something ain't adding up. This is why I think that he found somebody. He found a better trick. I honestly think that, and I think that he would have used anything, because to say that you fabricated what Tom said, but you were still upset by what he said to you about his supposed, you know, date with Avery, and then to relay this fabricated information back to her, to only get in a fight with her to dump her, sounds like you had something else going on and you wanted to be out of this, so you wanted to give yourself a valid reason so you don't look like the bad guy or the scammer that you are. That's what it is. That's exactly what it is. So let's end with Stephanie and Erica. So what happened with Stephanie and Erica? We will never know. We will why won't we know this? Because Sean, what the hell, mama? You know what? I'm not going to put it on Sean. I'm going to put it on the editing. Her friends, Stephanie's friends, received so much airtime that we never were really able to get Stephanie and Erica to talk about their issues because Stephanie's friends kept on jumping in. Like, Erica's friend tried to say something, but I mean, poor girl just got over talked, and it did not make sense. Why were so many people who were not relevant to the season at this reunion? It should have just really been the main cast. We didn't need Ed's daughter. We didn't need Stephanie's friends. We didn't need Erica's friends. We didn't need the UPS delivery guy who was probably there, who probably got some screen time. Like, everybody got screen time. And the people who we really needed to hear from, we could barely, you know, get the information to piece together their story, or if there was ever like any kind of resolution. We will never know what happened with Stephanie and Erica. That was a really bad edit with this couple for this reunion because I'm just like, I don't know. Are they talking? Are they in, like, I know they're not talking, or maybe they're friends. Maybe they're going to be together in the end. I left this reunion assuming a lot about their relationship because I got no answers. I got no answers. Stephanie's friends just kept on jumping in and I just kept on screaming at my TV, Sean, mute them. Mute them, like shut them up. You have control over this, but I honestly think it was just the editing. I think they took a lot of footage and just, you know, edited down to what we could use. And maybe Stephanie and Erica didn't have a lot of interesting things to say, so they used a lot of their friends. But I mean, I personally didn't need it. I didn't think that it helped us get the information that we needed, especially Heather. She was the worst. I was just like, Heather, this is a reunion, not an open mic night. She kept on dropping these jokes that never landed. I don't know if she was using this reunion for exposure or hopefully to open up doors for her. But sis, I don't want to knock any woman trying to hustle, but baby, you need to keep your day job because those jokes were dry and dusty and none of them landed. I'm Italian, that's why I'm angry. What? It just was so stupid. It made no sense. It's my wine. I'm drinking my wine. That's why I'm like this. I'm Italian. What? It was such a waste of screen time. She kept on interjecting and listen, Heather, I'm not hating. I didn't know who you were. I had no idea. I was like, is this Stephanie's mama? Why is she here? What? Real talk. Was Stephanie on the season? Do we have any footage of her? I think I remember Stephanie's friend. Is he Afro-Latino? I don't know. But you know, that guy, he does a lot of gossip. He was real toned down this reunion. But if you see him on YouTube, a mess, a gossiping mess. But I guess he was just like, you know, I'm not going to bring that persona here. Maybe Heather will. And she did. But I don't remember her. I do not remember Heather, and I think I only remember Stephanie's friend, the guy who I think is Afro-Latino. Sorry if you don't claim it, brother, but you look it. But I think the only reason why I remember him is because he is on YouTube a lot with, you know, the drama alerts. That's what it is. That's what the kids call it. Drama alert. He's always on there with that. So I think that's what I remember him from. But that's the only reason why I could like make him out. But Heather, I had no idea. I was like, is this a PA? Did somebody hack into the Zoom? Who is this? I just felt like she did not have that much of an impact on this season. No impact at all, to be quite honest with you, because none of us knew who she was. To have this much screen time. And that just makes me think that maybe Stephanie and Erica didn't have anything. And I'm like, Erica, you're not a kid. You know what I mean? Like, if you are grown enough to bang a third of Australia, you should be grown enough to defend yourself, Ma. Like, she's doing this baby thing where, oh, I don't know, Stephanie treated me so bad. I get you were hurt by her, but you are a grown woman. Defend yourself. Your friend with the mousy voice was doing more defending of you than you were of yourself and trying to, you know, get your point across. It was really difficult for her. And I get it. I understand it being really hard to express yourself, especially when you're very emotional. But as a viewer, it was very frustrating to watch because I wanted to hear her part. I also wanted her to stick up to the people who were saying negative things about her. And that was specifically Heather and Stephanie and, you know, Afro-Latino drama guy. I wanted her to stick up to them, but I guess she felt overwhelmed. And she's also probably not a person who is confrontational. I'm not confrontational either. But when I got to stand up for myself, baby, you better be ready because that's the last time you're going to come for me. And that's how you have to get, Erica. That's how you have to get. Unfortunately, this reunion ended with Stephanie and Erica, and it should not have. We could have ended with Ed and Rose. You know, that would have been more interesting than Stephanie and Erica because, again, I don't know what happened with this couple. We spent so much time on freaking day players than we did on the main character. So I don't know. I don't know what happened with this couple. So I was very disappointed with how this reunion ended. Anyway, those are my thoughts for all of, you know, the reunions for this season combined. What did you guys think? I wasn't initially going to do this because I felt like so much time has passed, but a few of you mentioned that you wanted me to wrap it up, and I, you know, already had my notes ready. So I was like, why not? Let's talk about it. What did you guys think of this reunion or the reunions altogether? What did you think of the couples? Were you, happy that you got some closure with some couples, or frustrated because you didn't? What did you think about Avery and Ash? Tom is trash. We could talk about that. We always got time to drag Tom. Let's talk about it in the comment section below. And if you like what you see here, please like, comment, subscribe, and share. And I will see you in another video for some of the 90-Day Fiancé stuff. I'm about to do, what am I going to do the other way first? No, I'm going to do Happily Ever After, because the other way, baby, we got to talk. So I will see you guys soon. Love ya. Bye. Thank you for having me back. I've missed you.